three things. So in this video, I have a bit of a close call, and that's probably why some of y'all watch my videos, yeah? Now what happened here is the car pulled out of the gas station and stopped in the middle of the road. And this happens quite often, but I haven't been able to get a video of it. So when you're on a motorcycle, the wrong thing to do is to brake hard. Your tires lock up and you put the bike down. What you gotta do is always have an escape path. So what's going on here, and look, don't get me wrong, riding a motorcycle is dangerous, you could die. But what I'm doing here is accelerating to get in front of the white SUV. Now I didn't have to do that because the Cadillac got enough out of my lane for me to stay in the lane, but it's escape path strategy. Alright, the second thing. The last time I remember doing a silver filling and amalgam filling in the last few years is one time. And the reason why the gentleman wanted to spend $12 instead of $129, and that's what his benefit would do for him. So after I explain the compromises of the amalgam filling, that's still what he chose. Now, it's not the best, that's why it's cheaper. It's the best from 75 years ago, but there's some situation where it works better. So I talk about that in the video. Something I wanted to mention, but I didn't, is the concern that some individuals have about the mercury being inside the filling and wanting to get the filling out of their tooth because they don't want to have the mercury leach into their body. Now, that's just hooey. The mercury, it's locked inside the filling. And if anything, when we cut it out, that's when it could potentially become vaporized and get into your body. Now, no worries, we've got something called the high volume suction. Gets all that stuff out of it there. Well, almost all of it. But my thought is, if you already have a amalgam filling and you're concerned about the mercury, don't be concerned. We should only get into that tooth if A, you want to change it out because of looks, or 2, there's a problem that requires it being changed. Otherwise, let sleeping dog lie. Alright, here's the video.
Today we're going to be talking about amalgams, layman term is silver fillings. What they are, why we do them, why we don't do them. Basically, it's very old technology. It's the kind of filling that my grandfather would give people. In fact, one of my family members, one of his kids, I've serviced their silver fillings, and they have the advantage of lasting most of a lifetime if they're well taken care of. That being said, there's a lot of disadvantages to them. Tooth-colored composite resin fillings have a lot more advantages. They're more modern. They allow us to actually bond the filling to the tooth, whereas the amalgam, we have to cut a tongue and groove into the tooth. That was a little close. So we have to cut retention into the tooth to hold in the amalgam filling. Not only that, but the amalgam filling has to be a certain depth in order to stay strong. So it doesn't matter if we have to cut the tooth more or if we don't have to. If we're using silver filling, we have to cut the tooth relatively deep for the filling to last. Now, why do we do them? There's only 2 reasons I can think of why we do them. In children who are A, not cooperative, or 2, the tooth is so submerged near the gums that we as dentists have a difficult time. Slow down. A difficult time keeping the tooth dry enough for the composite resin filling to last. The other time is when we send a boy off to war without a toothbrush. You see, a silver filling is slightly toxic. It's corrosive, meaning if bacteria get between the tooth and the filling, which they do, they will die. Whereas with a composite resin filling with bonding, bacterium can't get between the tooth. That's not to say that a silver filling is better than a composite. If you don't brush a tooth and you eat tons of sugar, you're still going to get new cavity. Alright, well, we're here at work. See you later.